part of the ecosystem, and it's fish, it's ducks, and also some grass and things like that. Those play a very important role in killing all pests that is harmful to the rice. For example, the leaf bugs, Yellowstone borer, and the bugs. Alright, it also prevent weeds. The harvest also prevent weeds from growing, even losing soil, right? And enrich the soil with the excrement or waste. Alright? But not area genetically fixed upon the environment. Methane gas is truly a natural process called methanogenesis. And this occurs when organic matter, such as the plants and leaves, decomposes in the absence of oxygen. Bacteria known as methanogens break down this organic matter and produce methane gas as a byproduct. Industrial estate is an effect from the ecosystem. The greenhouse gases are primarily emitted through the greenhouse gases is emitted through burning fossil fuels when it comes to heating the planet. Methane gas is 8 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Examples of fossil fuel is burning coal, oil, and gas. And this can have extreme interference with the wildlife and the habitats and the ecosystem, which will affect the yield of the crop, of the rice farm and the profitability of profit. The solution for rice farm and ecosystem, the process is called alternating methane. That process will allow the soil to replenish its oxygen and also will allow more microbial activity bacteria to take over again. And that will contribute to a healthy ecosystem and environment.
Right, so overall in terms of like products, in terms of like offers in the farm right here so much, the rice, duck, and tilapia production, right? So we farm it, but then again too, you have to bear in mind because we don't shrink from industrial estate, we have lots of problems that will be faced on the farm. So things like yield and stuff like that might not be that much. And then plus what we do in agriculture, as you can see, the spray pesticide and all that could further have devastating effects on the environment. Alright? So, like as such, as chemical leakages are one, right? And then to address that, we have some recommendations that our colleagues will discuss.
Okay, hi everyone. So, first recommendation is periodic monitoring. That could be both on our side as well as external authorities. So on our side, we can do monitoring with the water quality in terms of its pH, ammonia, nitrites, nitrates, because we have not only crops, but we have fish as well. And water quality needs to be ideal for them to be reared properly, right? We can also engage the EMA if need be to conduct testing in the water as well as soils, because that is important for us. You can see there are fish floating upside down there, so there's an indication that they are dying from there. So that's just like a negative result of not doing proper periodic monitoring, right? Another thing is the creation of buffer zones. So my colleague Justin talked about buffer zones. We may have national plans. Yes, so we can also include like ashoka trees and the neem trees, right? Because neem trees are ever cooling trees, and the ashoka trees, they have apical dominance. So in terms of the wind flow and not being able to break and fall on our farm causing any injuries, right? Diversion of waterways. Okay, so should in case the waterways actually become polluted because of the industrial waste, we can actually have a water catchment area as well in order to have proper water quality. There will be a diverse effect if we come on the farm and the water quality. There's a beverage company in the industrial estate, the water is pink or blue. We have a water catchment area in order to continue our farm operations until some other plan comes into place, right? And I will hand you over to
environmental and industrial, I should say, we should be aiming towards what can this company do to help remediate the environment, as well as to take charge of their own emissions that they're consuming. So one of the things we could look at is something that would be beneficial to them as well. And that could be in the form of corporate social responsibility initiatives, which can take the form of installing catalytic converters in your cars, the company vehicles, which would not only benefit us, the environment and the surrounding farmers, but also to them, because there are certain tax incentives and certain incentives that are offered for companies that are switching to more greener tech or renewable technologies. You also have the added benefit of advertising that your company is going green, which will increase your business reputation. You could also look at doing things like getting ISO certification, which is not only going to benefit the health, safety, and environmental strength of your company, but it will also communicate to businesses that you are a company that went through the stringent standard and tested, and also improved your business processes by an extension. Because if you can basically say, I'm a business and I care about the health and safety of my workers, that means that I'm putting in place more productive methods or more safer methods for them to operate under, which leads to less accidents, which in turn leads to less money being spent by the company when it could be used for profit, right? So that could be that as well. They also implemented things like air scrubbers for like your paint company with as well as like catchment areas for your effluents. So like paint companies would be producing like heavy metals such as cadmium. You would need to have proper and safe disposal of these elements, as well as regular testing on the company's side of the effluents that they put out into the water, and that periodic testing should also be communicated with your environmental management authority, right? So moving on to the social and environmental initiatives, we believe that actually educating our farmers as well as the surrounding community about the environmental implications that such an industrial estate would pose would not only benefit us, but would also benefit future generations. Because if you had like an environmentally conscious society, right, you would be more willing to, stand up for certain standards, as opposed to you just seeing a paint company coming and you say, hey, it's just free jobs, right, or more jobs for the community, which is great, but you're also not taking into consideration what is the benefits or what is the impacts to your environment, right? So if you have that educational campaign for your community, you're also improving the general knowledge as well as our ability to, speak and bridge that gap between company and community. Moving on to good agricultural practices, even though we're trying to improve our environment and the industrial estate, we must also consider what can we do to make sure that the downstream and our